Well, hello again. It's been a while again. You probably never thought we'd see my face again, eh? Oh, it's over. It is finally over. That was it's been something this season, I think it's been something. Final game of the season today at Adams Park. 1-0 defeat to Wycombe, ending a 14-game unbeaten run that we was on, which I haven't covered at all because I haven't been here. Season's over. Charlton have finished 16th in League One this season. I can see the Nepenthes meme already playing in my head. Easy top three, 16th. Can't help but laugh, can you? Where do I even start? Where do I even start in trying to review this shambles, disgusting season from this football club? I'll start off actually by congratulating Derby County on their promotion from League One to the Championship. They confirmed that today. Portsmouth were obviously winning the league. Congratulations to them. Long time coming. Congratulations to Oxford making the playoffs. Commiserations to Cheltenham Town. They got relegated today, losing it late to Stevenage. That's got to hurt, especially when I think Burton got beat today to Fleetwood, who have also been relegated. So commiserations to them, along with Port Vale and Carlisle. Alfie May confirms the Golden Boot, which is outstanding. That man has been one of the only bright notes this season. Him and Nathan Jones, that's it. I said it on social media. Where would we be without that man? He has scored 20 plus goals in the last 3 seasons, and in all 3 seasons he's played for a side that has struggled down the bottom and has battled relegation. Because that's where we were this season. I mean, I can't put it any simpler than that. We were actually fighting relegation this season, and at one point looked like we were going to go down. I actually made a video saying that we were going to go down because I genuinely felt that at the time. Where do I start with this season? So many things went wrong. The recruitment, the premature sacking of Dean Holden. Yes, I will stand by that. Michael Appleton. Recruitment in January and these players. Among countless other things that have gone wrong this season. It's been an absolutely disgusting season from start to finish. An absolute embarrassment. There's no putting it lightly. This is our worst finish since 1926. 98 years. This is the club's worst season. This is the worst season in the club's history, and I genuinely did not think we could get any worse than this. Finishing 13th under Nigel Adkins and Johnny Jackson, 10th last season. I honestly could not have thought it could have got any worse than this. How many people predicted us top 6 this season, myself included? I said we finished 4th. I jumped on the bandwagon. I got excited because our recruitment in the summer on paper was excellent. It was brilliant. We signed League One quality players, unlike last season when we were signing freebies from League Two. Look at other League One content creators and just other people that did predictions in League One. The amount of people that had us in the top 6, some even had us in the top 2. The hype was there, the expectation was there, and it's just gone to absolutely... I can't... I'm just so glad it's over. So glad it's over. I can't even put it into any more simpler words. I'm actually struggling to find words because I'm just so frustrated as to how bad we've been this season. Start of the season, woeful. The first 5 games under Dean Holden, yes, it wasn't great football, but then, I mean, hindsight is a wonderful thing, but I still stand by it. I said it there. Holden was sacked prematurely, and the ownership have admitted it themselves. They said it was reactionary when Holden was sacked because the fans wanted him out, and wrongfully so. Lovely guy, and of course a lovely guy. Was he the right man to take us forward? Probably not. Should he be sacked when he did? No. And I will still stand by that. Holden was sacked prematurely, as was Ben Garner, as was Johnny Jackson, as I've said several times on this channel. The ownership admitted it. They said that it was reactionary, the fans. They jumped on the bandwagon of the fans being negative, obviously, and yes, rightly so. We were 19th after 5 games. We were playing some really poor football under Holden. But he was just sacked so prematurely. He did not have the time. He didn't have the proper backing. You know, he didn't have enough time to build what he was trying to build. Would it have been any better this season? I don't know. Probably not. But I still stand by it. Shouldn't have sacked him. And the ownership, who were pushing to appoint Holden, get it wrong. 0-1 for them. And then Michael Appleton comes in, who will probably go down as probably the most unpopular Charlton manager we've had in recent memory. Probably on the same level as the likes of, I don't know, Ian Dowie and Les Reed. I think that was probably the only thing most Charlton fans, or all Charlton fans, agreed on, Appleton being sacked. Of course, the manager bounce kicks in. We start well, as ever, with any new manager that comes in. And then it just goes to absolute... I'm trying not to swear. Just diabolical. Just everything. Just the tactics, the substitutions, the inability to see out a game, the lethargic performances under him. Honestly, I do think our greatest win this season was the loss against Northampton at home that got him sacked, which says everything as to how dreadful this season has been. That's 0-2 for the ownership now in terms of managers. And then Nathan Jones comes in, who many people can agree that improvements are there with Jones. He's been a significant upgrade on Appleton. You know, he comes in, loses to Reading, all right, first game in charge, can't really go off much, and then goes on a 14-game unbeaten run, which sounds brilliant. But when you delve into it, you realise 10 of them were draws. 10. Yes, proved to be a difficult side to beat. 10 draws in a 14-game unbeaten run really is not that impressive. And I'm not excited by that. Because in those draws, we've either been in front and conceded and can't hold on to a lead, or we start the game so poor and we nick a goal, either deserve it or a smash and grab for a point. It really isn't that impressive. And then today, against Wycombe, what an absolute embarrassment. We got nothing to play for. Nothing to play for at all. Neither of Wycombe. The least we can do is go for it. We didn't even look like we were there today. We did not turn up at all. Shambles. Absolute shambles. And I have to... I don't want to criticise Jones, but I just didn't understand the substitutions today. At half-time, he brings on Kazenga Lualua, Lewis Fiorini and Tyrese Campbell. 3 players who are out of contracts at the end of the season and most likely won't be here next season. And let me change that. Shouldn't be here next season. Along with many other players that are out of contract. Genuinely, of all the out of contract players, Thierry Small, and I would love for Dobson to stay. Absolutely would love him to stay. But he's gone. Realistically, he's gone. His reaction after the game today, you know, waving the fans and clapping the fans away, he's gone. He's gone to Hungary. Like, we've signed a pre-contract. I cannot even believe we've ended up in that situation. Fighting relegation, and our captain has been allowed for his contract to run down that low and sign a pre-contract agreement with a team in Hungary. I don't know what the appeal is to go to Hungary, but fair enough. Probably paying him more money than what we can offer, clearly. So yeah, with Dobson gone, Thierry Small is genuinely the only player I'd keep out of the out-of-contract players. The rest of them can go. These players have, quite plain and simply, disgraced this club this season. I cannot put it in any other way. They have been an absolute embarrassment. And I do genuinely believe players get away with murder at this club. We've got 2 goalkeepers who you think would be League One standard that have been shocking this season. 5 clean sheets all season out of 46. That is rancid. Our defence has been the worst I think I've seen in recent memory, or ever. As a Charlton fan, 65 goals conceded. I mean, come on. Our midfield has been non-existent far too many times this season. We're just getting the ball played through us so many times and just getting outclassed. And even with Alfie May up front, with 23 goals this season, the Golden Boot winner, even with him up front, we still look toothless up front. Like, we cannot take chances. Our second top goal scorer this season was Corey Blackett-Taylor, and he left in January. That tells you all you need to know. Alfie May has carried us on his back this season. If we didn't have Alfie May this season, I genuinely do think we could have gone down. Or narrowly avoided the drop. Just so much has gone wrong this season. The constant changes of managers, the player performances, the recruitment has proved to be a disaster. You'd look on paper and say that we have attracted decent League One quality. Like in the summer, we did well on paper, but look at how most of them have turned out to be. In terms of the summer, honestly, I think May and Lloyd Jones are the only ones that have actually come out decent. And then in January, signing, 9 players it was, and then we signed Connor Wickham and Luar afterwards, so 11 over the course of that period. It's an unusual number for January, but we had to do that. We had to bring in those players, and you can see on paper that we are an attractive club in that we can attract decent quality League One players. But again, honestly, Thierry Small is the only one of those players we brought in January that's actually turned out to be decent. Recruitment has been a shambles this season. Andy Scott, my God. What an absolute disaster that man has been. I don't want to call out the new ownership because at least they are willing to invest in this club for this season. Like they've invested in the team this season. They clearly are committed to this club, and hopefully they will back Jones in the summer and they will invest. But they do have to take responsibility and they do have to take accountability for some of the decisions this season. Sacking Holden, bringing in Appleton. The recruitment process, having Andy Scott as head of recruitment or technical director or whatever his role is. I don't know. I hope he's not there next season. I'm just so frustrated that, again, it's just been an absolute disaster. And you probably are not even surprised that I've not been here this season on YouTube, barely. What did I have? 2-month break, and then probably now, a 3-month break after coming back. I'll explain it in another video, which I'm going to record after this, but it's just been a disaster, and we need a serious revamp in the summer. If we do genuinely want to mount a promotion challenge next season, which even after the summer, which I hope will be a good one, I'm still not convinced we're going to do it. This club is about 2 or 3 years away from mounting the challenge. This is our 5th consecutive season we're going into in League One now, which is embarrassing to say. I really don't understand this I'm going to call it delusion from the fans that some people do actually think that we're going to walk the league next season with the same group of players this year. Really? Seriously? Like I said, of all the out-of-contract players, I'll be getting rid of pretty much all of them. And even with the players that are under contract, some of them have looked like they don't care. Some of them have put in minimal performances, and some of them are quite simply not good enough to mount a promotion challenge. Quite frankly, and I put my neck on the line for this, but Charlton should not be finishing below the likes of Exeter, Northampton, Bristol Rovers, Stevenage. We finished below Wigan this season, who started the season on -8 points. Like, that in itself is just an embarrassment. And I'm not disrespecting any of those clubs because they fully deserve to finish above us this season. But if we really want to have that ambition and we really want to be a promotion chasing side next season, we need to be 3 times as brutal as we was in the summer last year with our retain list and getting rid of players. It just jars me that people think that we're just going to mount a challenge with the same group of players this season. Like, when did this club just become so complacent with the players that we have? Like I said, these players get away with murder at this club. Quite a lot of them, quite simply, are just not good enough to mount a promotion challenge. We need a serious overhaul in the summer. Goalkeepers have proved to be a shambles. Defence has been the worst I remember. Midfield's been non-existent, and we can't score goals. Funnily enough, even with Alfie May in attack. Attack has been so inconsistent this season. Like I said, Alfie May's carried us on his back this year. Serious changes are needed. I cannot believe we've got this so horribly wrong. And yeah. That's all I have to say, really. That's all I have to say. This has been our worst season in 98 years. Serious improvements need to be made in the summer. Otherwise, I'm not optimistic for next season. I can't be. I can see the improvements under Nathan Jones, of course I can. and I'm excited about that, but just not been good enough. It just has not been good enough whatsoever. But yeah, we'll see how it goes next season, I guess. But yeah, what an absolute disaster. Thank God that's over. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I do appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon. Take care.